It's hilarious.
Oh, greetings, America. Don't bother flicking your infernal remote.
The Harry Potter TV series just got a trailer, and it ain't looking so hot. It feels kind of like a cash grab member berries situation with this TV show coming out. And it kind of just feels like another Avatar: The Last Airbender live action, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Halo TV series. It's just another one.
Stop talking.
Stop talking! Another 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 show that's not going to be good or bad. It's just going to be mid. You're going to get a whole bunch of casting changes every season, probably sometimes mid-season. This is supposed to go on for what, 7, 8 seasons, probably more. Not to mention spin-offs, if this show has any kind of success.
You can all go fuck yourselves.
And I'm not looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Joe, the time has finally come for your franchise to be destroyed.
You're a hooker!
What happened yesterday while I was off? Well, Harry Potter happened. We'll go through and look at some of these because there has been a lot of this going on. Let me go and pull up. This is a pretty funny reality here. Is that we have Harry Potter, which is the, this is the new one. Now, I don't know why they tried to make a new Harry Potter.
Money.
I'm gonna be real, like, I think it was so stupid for them to make a new Harry Potter. Because nobody asked for this, nobody wanted a new Harry Potter, nobody needs a new Harry Potter.
Hey, you wanted this, right? You wanted the real deal? That's what this is. Wake up, you're in the middle of it. You want to run, go ahead, no one's stopping you. Stop complaining.
What's the point of having Harry Potter again? Like, why are you even doing this? It doesn't even make sense.
Money.
So you have a lot of people that are, very clearly and obviously, doing that. And because the game made a ton of money. Well, I don't really see, to me, it just feels weird because, we've already had Harry Potter very recently.
The old Harry Potter still holds up. I honestly, other than the money, don't get why they had to make a show. It's just so fucking ridiculous, dude. And it doesn't even look good. It looks all right. It doesn't look bad, but that's even worse.
And now, am I crazy for thinking that, I feel like Harry Potter kind of just happened? They're still doing the Fantastic Beasts almost, right? So this is the new Harry Potter. You guys ready? All right, let's see it. This is probably, that's where he lives. Yeah, you little bitch. Get in the closet.
You are a normal boy.
I do like how they kind of show Harry's school before he goes to Hogwarts. That's pretty cool. They'll probably fuck it up. That's probably the only thing that I'm gonna compliment on this entire trailer. I've already watched it.
And you're going to start acting like one.
Beat him up.
You think you're something special?
Ooh.
There is nothing special about you.
Dear Mr. Potter, a new HBO, it's not really a new HBO original. I mean, didn't they made one of these before though.
Your parents were the kindest, bravest people I ever met.
Oh damn.
They were
I don't like his face. It comes across as a little too jolly, not as gruff and grizzled as the previous Hagrid. I think there's gonna be a lot of comparisons like that. It's just not as good as the original. Yeah, this whole thing, not as good as the original. I don't see the point.
funny and clever. And they stood up for what they believed was right. The next time I see you, we'll be in Hogwarts.
Damn.
I've noticed that wherever it's bright in this trailer, at least, it's way too bright and flat. And whenever it's dark, it's way too dark and flat. The whole thing is just flat. Where's the whimsy? Where's the magic of the world? Even the Muggle world was magical and whimsical. Oh, but this is a different story. Things are different. Things are gonna happen differently. I guarantee you they're gonna do 1,000,000 callbacks to the original movie series, so that's just bullshit.
Oh, it's Ron. Wow. Wow.
Mr. Potter, I think we can expect great things from you.
Oh. Wow.
Let's see who
Those
you
wands
are.
are busting, yo. The hairstyle. Why would they have the hairstyle?
Are you really Harry Potter?
No!
What the fuck was that? What was that? Is that like his mind being blown or something? That was retarded. It's releasing on Christmas, guys, remember? Remember how the old movies used to do that?
I'm gonna be real. Like, you know what this looks like? This looks like great value Harry Potter. This is the store brand of Harry Potter.
They should have just made it animated. They could have used like the Castlevania animation or something. It would have been amazing. This is just a major L for culture.
This is like, this is what they would do if they weren't able to get guys like, you know, like, and I know that, like, for example, the guy that plays Snape is like a really accomplished actor, but like overall, if you go back and you look at the actual cast for Harry Potter, the cast was ridiculous.
I don't know who was behind the casting for this show, but I think the casting is just horrible. The best casting in the entire show is Nick Frost, and I still think that that was a horrible decision. I think they should have went for somebody lesser known for Hagrid, for one. Also, a black Snape, that doesn't make any fucking sense, but we've already talked about that extensively, so no need to go into that again.
The trampling at the zoo. You are right.
And I'm just gonna shit on that aspect throughout the whole show, because I'm definitely watching this.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen.
And this is one of the things that, like, I think that people don't talk about this enough with movies, is that, like, I don't, Warwick Davis, yeah, I think I didn't really know him before then, right? But, like, many of the actors that were in the movies were, like, insanely good. It's the same with, like, Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Look at the actual cast for Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, absolute goated cast. Like,
Well, that's a hell of a coincidence. I didn't watch this video beforehand. Obviously, this video is like 40 minutes long. I wasn't gonna just watch it and then make a video about it. But that's crazy that he brings up Pirates of the Caribbean after I just used a meme.
So let's go through the frames here, all right? So you've got a lot of the main characters, and I think that there's also an example of the fact that, like, they already made Harry Potter, and Harry Potter was already really good.
Harry Potter could probably be classified as a religion at this point, similar to how Jedi is a religion. Because people love Harry Potter. People love the books. People love the movies even more than the books. People love the video games. I don't think that this is going to be a beloved title. This TV show is not going to have any kind of fandom. And if it does, it's going to be manufactured. And you'll see it for a little while and then it'll disappear. Just like the rest of the garbage remake TV shows, reboots, whatever. And a big chunk of the audience they were trying to capture is just not for this Harry Potter TV show. I've been seeing the trans and the LGBT community actively telling people not to watch this, and if you watch this show, you're transphobic. So who's this show for? Everybody hates it.
Like, people liked Harry Potter. Like, this right here, I mean, this looks like the average subway, right? There's, like, some big fucking guy here. It's Hagrid, obviously. Now, does Hagrid look like Hagrid? No, because Hagrid already looked like Hagrid. Like, this is the problem. Is that, like, if you look at the images here, this is Hagrid. It is. This guy isn't Hagrid. And it matters. And the reason why it matters, here's the reason why it makes a difference.
What are you looking at?
Is because this guy looks like basically Like, look at his face is puffier. He's got a bigger nose. He's got bigger features.
And the original Hagrid also doesn't look like he was on Ozempic.
This guy just looks like a tall guy with a big beard. This guy looks like a giant. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the way that his face looks just makes him look like that guy, right? And yes, he is Hagrid. Yes, he is Hagrid. And so it's Hagrid on Ozempic. That's what some people are saying. And so anyway,
Holy fuck shit, dude. I promise I did not pre-watch this. I think it's just, we all know, we all have the same ideas in our heads. That this is just complete bullshit.
I'll look at the other characters and what they have here. So where is it? I mean, Professor McGonagall is like, okay, this is, I mean, I feel like, again, like we've already seen this. We already know what this is.
Man, I wasn't even thinking about the fact that that was McGonagall. I completely missed that. But yeah, it doesn't look like her because everybody's got it mostly in their heads, the old cast. This cast isn't as good as the old cast. So of course people are gonna be looking back at the original cast and talking about how much better it was.
So this is just him, I guess, taking notes. What is this? Are these the Slytherin boys, right? Like these, look at him, bro. What's with the hair? Oh my God.
I'm glad he brought up the hair because that's a modern hairstyle. I'm sure that kids in the past had the same hairstyle, but that is a trendy, modern hairstyle that kids wear. Isn't this supposed to take place in the 80s? It looks like it takes place in modern times, as in like today. It doesn't look like an old era of humanity. I'm looking around waiting for somebody to pull out a smartphone.
And so, like, I don't understand, like, this is too much, man. This is too much, bro. Like, yeah, and that's Malfoy with the broccoli hair, is that right? I mean, I kind of assumed it was, but I didn't know. And let's see, are there any more frames? Okay, so I guess this is Quidditch, right? And I just, and then there's Severus Snape, right? Which, like, very clearly, what I think is funny is that Severus Snape being black, I think will not even be in the top 10 problems with this movie.
Yes, thank you, somebody says it. Yeah, I don't even think this is really an issue compared to all the other issues. I definitely think this is retarded to make Snape black. Why? You just think that he was made for that role? What was the reasoning to make Snape black? I really want to know. But honestly, it's my favorite decision that they've made so far because it's just absolutely the dumbest so far.
I think so. It's the same thing. Do you remember whenever I said this about Assassin's Creed with like Yasuke? Where like Yasuke being the main character of the story will actually not be in the top, it won't even be in the top 10 problems in the story of the game. I think this will be the same thing. Or sorry, series, right? Okay, well, whatever it is. And yeah, I know it's a series. So true. Yeah, I don't even think this is going to be a big thing. Now, in my opinion, though, like, I think that racial casting like this, especially, like, Severus Snape is, like, a core character in Harry Potter. It's not like you're changing, like, I don't know, like, Hagrid, who, like, doesn't really play, like, a huge role in it. Or you're not changing, I don't know, you know, some other... like, I don't know, some other random secondary character, right? That Luna girl, for example. Like, he's a core character. Luna Lovegood. Yeah, who gives a shit about her, right?
It is absolutely insane to me that the two characters in the books that had the biggest references to their race, I think the only two characters, Hermione and Snape, who had references to their actual race and their skin color, were the ones that were changed. And do you think they're really gonna honor the story, lore, and writing and ideas of J.K. Rowling when all of these people hate J.K. Rowling? And I think that's why this show is being made in the first place. I think it's to damage the Harry Potter reputation. I don't see how it's anything else because this is too retarded.
And, you know, again, like, she's in the story, you know, intermittently, but she doesn't really play that big of a role. And so why change it at all? Right, exactly. And so the moment that I see a racial swap with any character, I'm going to be real. Racial swap equals modern audience slop. That's the way I see it. The moment that I see that, I assume that it's going to be garbage.
Not only that, you can tell by looking at the characters, you can tell by looking at the actors, you can tell by looking at the people who were working behind the scenes on the movie, the directors, the writers, the costume design. Like, there's so many things you could look at, and usually all of them fit the patterns.
And the reason why, and I do make exceptions for, like, you know, actors that are like really, really well known.
Idris Elba and Denzel Washington come to everybody's mind.
Right? And like this guy apparently is a very well known actor, so it could be okay.
Ironically, I think that Black Snape is gonna be the most okay thing in the whole show. Probably because they hyper focused on it. They had to make him good.
But in a general sense, Nick Fury, there are always exceptions, but I'm talking about the rule. And whenever I see that, here's the reason why. Is that, and also Nick Fury is portrayed multiple times in the comics in different ways. And I think that in some of those times he is actually black. So no exceptions for this. I don't think that I think that there are exceptions. But anyway, if you see this and there's any of this that happens, then yeah, I do feel like people just kind of, you know, like they kind of write it off as it's going to be more DEI modern audience slop. And I can't blame them. I really can't. I think this is the way a lot of people would see things. And it's the way that I see it too. Imagine if they swapped Harry Potter. Yeah, exactly, right? And yeah, like Lawrence Fishburne, exactly. This is going to be fun when they show him hanging from the trees in the books. Keck W and double white guys. Yeah. And like, so because Professor Snape is very clearly, he's defined in the books, right? They say what Professor Snape looks like. So then when you're changing that, now you're deviating from the source material. Why are you deviating from the source material? There's no reason. This Dumbledore, by the way, this is not as cool as the other Dumbledore, right? It's not.
He's not as cool as any of the previous Dumbledores. He looks more like a feeble old man rather than a powerful wizard.
It's not. This Dumbledore is way cooler. He is. Like, this is just infinitely fucking cooler, man. And look at this versus this. I mean, in my opinion, it's not even remotely close. Yeah, I mean, like, this guy, I mean, it looks like he... You know what it looks like? It looks like this guy's wearing a costume. It looks like this guy they just turned the camera on and started recording him, right?
Netflix in particular has this problem, but all of these woke studios have this problem, where everything just looks like it's a cosplay, everything is fan fiction, everything seems like it's just a cheap knockoff of the original thing. That's why I couldn't get into One Piece. Why I can't get into most modern shows nowadays. They all just look like bullshit.
And wrong hat, maybe. I don't know. Original was better in 1 and 2? Well, yeah, the original Dumbledore was good too. You're right. There was that guy. So yeah, I mean, that's a cosplayer. Wait, which one? Who's a cosplayer? I don't know about that. Thinking a cosplayer. But there's plenty of other examples, right? Of like this being there. I'm just clicking through them. But anyway, so yeah. And looks like a rabbi. Yeah, he does. He looks like a rabbi. He looks like a rabbi without the things on the side. So overall, I just, like, I'm just not feeling it, man.
Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like this is gonna be a giant pile of shit, and I can't wait for it to get started. The internet is about to be so much fun for me because I fucking love Harry Potter. I can't wait to shit on all of these freaks. And I'm already calling it, I'm already knowing it, I'm already seeing it, that you're gonna see these fake Glazers online talking about how amazing the Harry Potter TV show is, and that the haters are ruining it. But I can tell you it's probably not gonna be coming from the trans community. I can't wait for this show to come out. I can't wait for this disaster. I hope it's good. I have extremely low expectations for this. Like, comment, subscribe. Adios, turd nuggets. I've got a new channel, a new show coming out very soon called Folly Box. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be about history.
He had a good idea. Shut up. Mind your own business.